The TMNT Precon has finally been revealed and it's pretty amazing. Like, let's be honest here, the fact that they were able to stick so much of that entire world in just one Precon and still make it good is pretty wild. But who's the best? What commander combos should you have at the head of the ultimate turtle tag team? The answer is technically whichever of your favorite two characters are, but I've got a deck list that lets you run a ton of in-universe characters while still having a solid win con. So let's dive into the deck tech for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Precon upgrade. Leonardo the Balance is a true leader who ensures that the rest of the team is constantly training and getting better throughout the course of a game. As long as you keep on making a token and, more importantly, finding a way to do it every turn, you quickly gather enough strength to pay that 5 mana cost and just overrun your opponents. And that's the whole game plan. Make guys, make tokens as often as possible, and then just overrun. Great. So who's the best brother for this? Personally, I think it's Michelangelo the Heart, because he can ensure that we're leveling up on each of our turns as long as we attack. Guaranteed food tokens that turn into guaranteed plus and plus encounters on everyone guarantees our victory. Mind you, each brother definitely stays in the 99 of this deck, but they're just not the best for the partner zone. Raphael the Muscle is a fantastic card, but it's best when you've already started making your board huge. He doesn't really help you get there. Donatello the Brains will give you extra tokens, which is great, but you still have to make them in the first place, and Leo only triggers once a turn anyway. Splinter the Mentor helps us make tokens during opponents' turns, but we'll have to sacrifice the very creatures we're growing just to guarantee that, and that just ain't it. April O'Neil live on the scene would actually work well too, since you'll keep investigating every time your turtles come in, but Mikey is a bit more aggressive for us, so we're gonna go with him. So we have our commanders. What does the deck want? Well, just 3 things. We care about plus and plus encounters, making tokens once every turn, and being all about the TMNT. So since we know we're gonna have a constant stream of counters going on our creatures between our 2 commanders, we basically get to treat every creature in the deck as continuously getting stronger. So a lot of our picks are going to have that in mind. To always be attacking, we're gonna need some evasion. So Baxter, Flying the Ointment, will give our whole deck flying, but remember it's temporary, so be smart about when you play him. For removal, we want to keep that really cool Assassin's Trophy reprint as well as Super Combo, which, true to his name, can clear out some major threats off the table. And who could forget Dimension X Pizzasaur, who will absolutely kill something when you play it. Best practice would be to swing first, get a bunch of counters, and then destroy the best creatures that your opponent didn't block with. Your draw package is fully stacked. With Ray Follette Wave Warrior leading the charge, your buffed board state will keep your hand fully topped off. And thanks to Leo's counters, Danny Pink, Polyrock Prodigy, and Terra Symbiosis are all must-haves. Even the inset Mikey and Leo are in here. Shout out to Jason Rainville for that awesome art. Every single Raphael card in here will be deadly once you start throwing hands. Between double damage, double attacks, and even double strikes, you're likely to start getting wins through combat by about turn 6. But if somehow someone has enough blockers, Casey Jones' Back Alley Brute can deal damage directly to the nearest control player's face. And Casey is not limited to once a turn, so do not sleep on this powerhouse of a card. Now, in order to trigger Leonardo's abilities, we do need to make sure tokens are constantly coming into play. Between Michelangelo, Gilded Goose, and both versions of Sam, it's clear that they brought enough pizza for the rest of us. Recent card Campsite Cuisine and brand new card Ninja Pizza each give the deck great tools to make sure all this food is used for more than just life gain, which I'm pretty sure the Turtles would approve of. But food isn't the only token we'll produce. Dark Leo and Shredder, Anim Pakal, and oh boy, the brand new Endless Foot Assault are all going to just massively destroy our creature count and trigger Leonardo, making them all huge. Endless Foot Assault is legit one of the best cards in the entire deck, and it's still right at home here. There's a ninja for just about every situation, so between Turtles Forever to tutor them up and continue to bring them back, your board state stays incredibly resilient. I just want to shout out some of the super unique tech that they've added to the deck to make us get around that pesky once per turn clause. cards. Irma, Part-Time Mutant, and Tempesta, Dame of Games will both allow us to make non-token copies of Leonardo, giving us a huge boost in growth that does more than most counter doublers. But that once per turn clause doesn't have to be seen as a limitation. We need to make sure that we have ways to get tokens on other people's turns so that we're ready to start swinging immediately after our commanders reach the field. Lotho, Kimball, Nuka-Cola Machine, Curse of Opulescence, and even Shell Shock enable us to apply pressure when it's not our turn. And honestly, in 5 colors, there's endless ways to do this. As long as it's consistent, you're good to go. Between this list and some more specific payoffs from the set, overall, I found 23 non-land cards from the Precons that we'll be keeping in the deck. That might sound low, but remember, this is the only Precon, so a lot of the villainous cards that just weren't doing too much in our game plan of counters and tokens weren't a fit here. And most of them were just replaced with a ton of turtles from the main set regardless. This deck actually has a ton of depth to it. There's a lot of room for us in here to play the turtles from the set, and that's just awesome. I hate when there isn't a lot of overlap between the set and the Precon, and luckily that's not the case here at all. So as long as your turtles like to attack and plus points if they make tokens, they're pretty much at home here. But there are some cards that just don't help. Don't go too hard on making a ton of tokens in one turn, as it won't mean much beyond the first, since Leonardo triggers once. And since we're a 5-color deck, we need to have mana dorks that get us what we need. All of this leaves us very little room for counter doublers like Branching Evolution and Corpse Jack Menace. This deck is primed to be the ultimate crossover between an MTG and TMNT. Strategy mixed with flavor is exactly the kind of deck we want from Universes Beyond, and this Precon is the perfect starter for it. So if you're new to Magic or a longtime fan, this deck is absolutely worth your time picking up. The full deck list is on Moxfield, organized with tags so you can see the complete breakdown. If you're looking to get your hands on TMNT, early pre-orders everywhere are live, including this channel's sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com. Be sure to use code Kuro at checkout and let them know that I sent you. And if this video helped you at all, be sure to subscribe for all things MTG. Thanks for watching.